What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is Agree to Disagree. Phillies, let's go. Another series win. We're going to talk about it all and break it all down. Giddy up.
Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. Every Sunday, we are brought to you by our doc, Make 'em Yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, location in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Milakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, let's go. Humphils.
Humphils.
Start to the season. Great start to the season, and a real test came into town this weekend, and a little bit of a measuring stick, a big measuring stick, biggest stick you got, came into town, and you take 2 out of 3, and you're able to come back and win a game like you do today, or you're right, and after a brutal 7th inning, okay, you get a grand slam, a game of emotions, and you're able to come back and end up fighting and getting another win, and their late game heroics, right, has been fantastic, and I think it's the biggest tell, right? I love winning games early on in the year too, right? But I even like when I'm starting my year off and I'm fighting from behind per se, and I have a lot of comebacks, right? I have that late inning magic, which I think is so important that can carry. We talk about contagious. You hope that carries throughout a season. That's a tell. You hope that's a tell. Oh, I got a tell here. I saw a tell, and this will continue. Right? A chase rate of 25%. That's the best in baseball. So they haven't chased anything. They haven't been chasing any pitches. They've been laying off stuff. And we talked about this lineup. They can be patient and they can be selective and they can really hunt their spots, you know, how dangerous they can be and not just be free swingers. So a lot of positives that we're going to get into tonight and some negatives. Crumb of the week. Obviously, that's always a negative. Now, National Championship preview. We know who we got tomorrow night. So that's going to be fun. Houston and
Florida.
I don't know why I drew a blank there for a second, but Houston and Florida. So not as big of a matchup. I guess if it would have been Duke and Florida, probably would have had a little bit more, really
a little bit more pizzazz.
But Houston's a really good team, so we're going to talk about that too. Phillies hit the road. Got Braves and Cardinals. We'll preview those series. Phillies-Dodgers recap. Winners of 2 out of 3. Ties to our poll question. Is it too early to be concerned with Jordan Romano? Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, that's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, join the conversation tonight. I mean, listen, if you disagree right now, I'm almost concerned with you because I haven't seen anything that tells me, you know what? Jordan Romano, he's got closer stuff. He's got lights out, big time closer stuff. I have not seen that yet. I haven't seen it. So until he shows me that, I do have concern. I do have concerns, not just one, plenty of them. Right? And for the foreseeable future, Jose Alvarado has to be my closer until the day comes where he can't throw strikes for a month. But for right now, he's got to be my closer. And
how long away is that? Is the question.
Yeah, well, soon.
We thought we saw it Friday night, right?
She'll be coming around the mountain. Where she goes? That's where Jose's coming. He's coming around the mountain to throw 20 straight balls in a row. But we knew coming in what the biggest, the glaring holes were with this baseball team. And I think we all agreed it was the back end of this pen was a little left to be desired, right? I mean, on the bone. In the back end of this pen that, you know, we need additions here. And that's why we've talked about Andrew Painter and we talked about going out the deadline and being able to identify that and bring in guys to really bolster this because this team is loaded up. But yeah, I have big time concerns on him. I didn't even really, I never looked at him as like a big time closer anyway. So I didn't think we were, you know, I look at him and Estevez as like the same guy, right? I feel like they're the same guy. I don't know if there's a difference. 2 guys that are going to come here that don't have really, they just don't have the stuff. Like they don't have the fastball that jumps. It's just not what I expected for the last 3 outs of the game. Not saying everybody has to throw 102 for the last 3, But can I have a fastball that moves?
Well, when he was healthy, he was pretty good. And that the question was health, right? But go ahead. I'm not going to cut you off, but I mean that's
that's what I'm saying. Like the ball's not moving. It's got no giddy up to it. It's got no light to it. There's no light movement. So that's why I'm concerned. There's nothing to it. There's no. It's can't miss barrel stuff. That's what it is. It's a barrel hunter. He's a barrel finder. That's what he is. And until either he figures out he's talking mechanics and all kinds of other stuff, because that's what he's going to say. But I had big time concerns with that role right now. And if you don't, like I said, I don't know if we're watching the same Jordan Romano. And like I said, he's Estevez to me. And I think Estevez, closing a place where nobody cares. So
Toronto's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, how are those situations? Romano a little bit more high leverage, obviously, because Toronto is a better team than Anaheim or Los Angeles. So that's factual. But like Sweep said, pre-injury, he had
Canada.
Yeah, pre-injury to me, he was a closer. He was a big time closer. But since the injury, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen zip. I haven't seen where when we got him, I didn't say, okay, it's low risk, high reward. But I also need some other reward somewhere else, right? I went into this really light in my pen. I'm light there, so I don't want to keep going. This is way too long, but I agree. No, I disagree. It's not too early.
I think Kirkring's looked good though. I will say that. I mean, I think he's looked good, but no, Romano. You have to be concerned with Romano. Everything's flat. Everything's right down the middle. I mean, if you're going to throw the ball flat right down the middle, everyone's going to hit you. As soon as he came in today, I don't think there's one person that will say that you were like, oh, Romano's coming in good when he was coming in.
It's a good spot for him.
As soon as he was coming in, I was like, well, here goes this lead. And gone. 3 batters, gone. You knew it was coming. I mean, I guess you got him to be in high leverage positions. But when he's looked like shit, maybe let's not put him in when Shohei and Mookie and Teoscar are coming up. Just maybe. But, I don't know. He's looked like shit so far. He is very, very much a concern. Alvarado has looked good. Kirkman has looked good, so that's good. But Romano looks like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and what's funny, too, and this is where you can go into what does spring training mean, right? Because in spring training, he didn't look bad. He actually looked really good. His stats were really good. He didn't give up a run, right? Or something like that. It was very, very effective in spring. But then you come into the high leverage spots that he's signed to be put in here in the regular season when the games actually matter and he's actually facing major leaguers, he can't get anybody out. He's lucky that we got out of the game on Friday night because JT threw a cannon to get who was it? Will Smith? No, Chris Taylor. To get Chris Taylor running, right? Yeah. So we kind of lucked out there on Friday night, and you thought, all right, let's get the guy a save under his belt. Let's see what happens. But no, you guys have all been right so far. I mean, health was always good to question, and either he's not healthy or he is healthy and he's just washed at this point.
Yeah, because I look at it, go ahead, man.
No, you're saying this is three $10 million 1 year guys coming off of injury or seeing what you have left deals that have gone bad for Dombrowski in a row, right? When you think of Corey Knebel, Craig Kimbrell, who wasn't bad the whole year, but it ended bad, right? And now you look at Jordan Romano. And
we're not going to stick a fork in Romano yet, but not a good start.
Not a good start.
No, right. But I think that's the hardest thing with being a general manager is I feel like the best way to solve those problems come from your farm system. Right? I think it's hard because different places guys can just be erratic. It doesn't for whatever reason, like a different mound. It's all the same.
But most volatile spot is like relief pitcher. You know that, Tommy.
It's hard to find. Because
some guys are really good 1 year, bad the next year. You never know with them.
That's what's hard about it. So, that's where Painter comes into me in July is the biggest addition in Major League Baseball. Throw him in the back end somewhere.
Right? That's why those guys deserve a lot of money because what you guys are saying is, you could be a starting pitcher, have a shit inning. I'm talking about give up a couple of hits, a walk, maybe get a double play ball, escape, and give up 2 runs. You do that in the 7th inning or the 8th inning or the 9th, you're toast. You know what I mean? The game, you blow the game. So, it takes a special mindset. So I'm all for paying. You find a reliever with a great mindset and great stuff and can do it and accepts his role, I'd pay him a ton of money. You know what I mean? So I think those guys are underpaid. To the spring training thing, love the hat, Greg. I was always looked at spring training like preseason football. It's nice for the fans. It's go get a tan. It's Garbaggio beans to me. You know what I mean? Like the starters have to get their bats and stuff, but that's nothing to me. I don't know who's playing. There's 45 guys.
Yeah,
there's guys in A-ball. There's guys in A-ball that are in the lineup and shit. It's like I got no time for that. Like, I mean, they got to get their work done, and it's awesome. It's good for them. You know what I mean? I don't put any stock.
Great
in it.
vacation.
And who the hell am I? You know what I mean? So I'm just telling you.
I don't think the players put much stock in it, Sweeps.
Maybe
like the starting players that are going to play, they don't put much stock in it. Let's be honest.
The stock is.
I mean, it's better to do well.
No,
Greg's it's better to do well than bad, but I don't
get 40 at bats. I want to get 40 at bats. I want to see live pitching, and my timing will be ready for the start of the season. That's the thought process of every starter.
Sure, I mean,
that's
it's
spring
better.
training.
And
the pitchers are trying to work on getting their stuff, their location down. Pretty much, they're not.
But the one thing that Greg is
trying
like
to dominate.
If his stuff had zip, it has zip, right? Too. So if it has zip, it has zip. If it looks like it's got movement, if it looks like it's a couple of tads up with the fastball, that could be warm weather. That could be coming into the chills. I don't know. But it's not, like Will said, not the start you're looking for. Not to start you're being like, you know what, this would be a great start here in Philly, of all places, because now every time you come out of the pen, you're probably getting booed.
Because they're rational fans.
Now you're getting booed before you even throw a hit.
They absolutely roasted them today. I mean, roasted.
I love it.
Go back to fucking Kennedy, you fucking bum.
I love it.
It was incredible.
Border comments.
This could be the response to the tariffs. They hit us with Romano.
we got one for you.
Bullshit.
You guys are gonna love this guy.
No, but besides Romano, I mean, this team's been awesome. I mean, they've been better than advertised, and I already brought it up once on the show. But when you got a chase rate of 25%, that means you're laying off stuff. They're fourth in baseball in walks, right? I mean, and I'm not saying you're up there.
If you cut the first two games out, we have the least strikeouts in baseball. First two games we struck out a ton. But since then,
tough to forget 19 Ks in a game, though.
Yeah. But since that, though, they have been very good.
You're right, though. I did see that. Yeah.
But no, like, think about it. This is the stuff we're talking about year in and year out with teams. The teams that can do this kind of stuff, that have the power, that have
put the ball in play.
Yeah, they can do the little things. If you can't do the little things, how do I expect you to win the big one? Right? Exactly. Like, if you can't do the little things to lead up to it, because you're going to have to make contact. You're going to have to put a ball in play with two strikes. Like, you're going to have to do the little things that put pressure on teams. And I'm happy to see it. It's a small sample size. It's not the end all be all. And we need to see it for more, but it's it's a breath of fresh air for a team. Their chase rate has never been good. Even when they have been good, their chase rate's never been good. So
especially when you get a clutch swings, right? Because they were the beneficiary of 11 walks today. So the Dodgers shit down their leg, but all the swings were huge. You know what I mean? So after you shit down your sock, you get a grand slam, you get an ambush grand slam, right? Stock hits a monster hit, right? To tie the game up, you get a fielder's choice. Here come the Cardinals. Here we come, plus 11 and a half. Anyway, but it's so the hit, the hits were monsters. They only had 6 of them, but to your point, I can't tell from where I'm sitting if it's a Wendelstedt squeeze job, or Glasnow was all over the place. I mean, he was kept fiddling with his spikes.
He was all over the place.
He was all over the place.
I thought, I would imagine he was.
Third inning, he was all over the place.
Yeah, I imagine he was. It looked from the side. It looked like a couple close ones from the side, but you can't see.
There was one that was real close that maybe gets called if he's not all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you're all over the place, you ain't getting that call.
Absolutely. Then he's shaking his arm, and then they were stalling. And the prior
one to Trey was tight, but they also called one a strike on Trey earlier in the at bat. That was not a ball. That was not a strike. So he got one that at bat too.
Gotcha. But so 6 hits, but they made them count. You know what I mean? So, and that's what good offensive teams do.
Big hit by Stoddy.
That's what good offensive teams do. So,
and he was due, right? He was due. Stotty and especially Marsh have struggled here after that opening series.
Very big for stock considering the play that he made yesterday, which was just an absolute you can't have it bonehead play of getting doubled off first when the guy's about to score on a sac fly.
But that's not a green light thing. That's coming from the dugout though.
Well, I mean, look, where are you going? What are you doing? You're the player.
Topper said they were trying to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, I don't
if he's running on the play. That's tough. He almost.
But that's not a Stotty green light thing. That's coming from the dugout, though. It's a moronic play, and it just didn't work out. If that ball gets down, he goes first to third. We're all like, greatest move ever.
Yeah, there's nothing moronic about it. If it's a hit and run, it's a play. It's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
So I think.
Yeah. I mean, you look at that same scenario today. You look at that same scenario today, and you're like,
Wilson didn't know he was running on the play. That's all. I mean, if you're running on the play, there's nothing you can do. He almost got back. He almost got back. That's so. He obviously looked in. He peeked in like he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
He almost got back.
He did. He was real close.
I was listening from the woods, so I didn't realize that he was stealing on the play.
It was 3-2, 1 out, right? So it's that decision
I
making.
do it on time. I do it too.
Yeah,
and they did it today. Or they didn't do it today, and Sosa thankfully beat out the double play that gave us the winning run.
I got one disagreement with it. I'm not doing that 3-2 or 1 out because that's a tell, man. Like I'm doing that with 2-2 then. Don't do it 3-2. Like don't put. I don't want to put my hitter in that, right? Like I don't know. I don't like it 3-2. I like it 2-2. That's just me. But that doesn't mean I'm right. Like I just don't want to tell it.
2-2, but if it's full count, it's a ball, then you ain't got to worry about stealing the base. You're just starting a runner. You're just trying to create action. You're trying to stay out of a double play. 2-2 is a straight steal, and that's okay. That's everybody's got their own.
And that's where my head goes.
Whatever
like
you want.
If I'm delay stealing to protect, right? If I'm delay stealing to stay out of double play, okay, fine. But that wasn't a delay.
They don't delay in the big leagues. He's just starting a runner. He's just starting a runner. That's fine.
Well, start him when he goes. When he actually goes to the plate. That's what I meant. Like, you know what? Actually make sure he goes to the plate and then go. And that's whatever. I mean, listen, we're being picky.
That's what he did. He didn't get picked off. It was just.
I didn't see it.
No, it's first and third. He's starting the runner. It's a fly ball to right. Fly ball to right. Yeah.
What are you talking about? My bad. I thought he got picked off at first.
No.
Oh, okay.
And like Sweep said, Stotty almost got
it. My dad was like, "Where's he going?" And I said, "Who?" And he said, "Stott. I don't know where he's going." So I didn't see it. So I thought he just got picked off. Picked off by the pitcher.
I was unaware that he stole on the play, so I will take back my frustrations. You still can't get doubled. I don't care. You got to get back. But I'm not. It's not Stott's fault.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But you're not the only one thinking that, right? That's thinking around, obviously, morons on Twitter and stuff, blaming Stott for that. I'm like, that comes from the dugout.
You know how many guys don't watch baseball, man? That don't have
I hear you.
But again, even if it doesn't come from the dugout, if you got a green light, you're running on the play. You're not fucking Superman. Like, that's baseball. You can't be everywhere on defense. And you can't, there's certain things where if you're running on the play and the guy lines out, you're doubled up. You say, hey, sorry, hit it right at the guy.
Yeah, where you go?
It had a little bit of loft to it. So, like I said, when you're not, if it's not a straight steal.
In the outfield, I feel like you get back half the time.
No, it was smoked right at Teoscar.
I mean, I know it was hit hard. I'll get you. It was hit hard.
And it was close. So if that ball's any other direction, he's safe.
Absolutely.
Coming back.
It was just a big play.
It was. It really was.
You hate to see it.
Because it ties the game, right? It ties the game there.
I was like, tie the game. They're like, Stock gets doubled off first. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Okay, I get it now. I got it.
Listen, you hate to lose a run, but
who was up in that spot?
Schwarber.
What are we doing? That's why I don't even like. What are we starting to runner for?
Because Schwarber hits in a lot of double plays.
Because he can't run. He's like fucking Barney Rubble. So everybody's just we're
who cares? We're 7-2.
Yeah, we're splitting hairs.
Oh, there you go.
Splitting hairs.
We're 7-2. I don't really care about the play. You know what I mean? But I will say
I don't defend Topper a lot. But now if we're talking about why the hell are we starting a runner and shit, like that's crazy to me.
We're deep into it.
We're hunting. That's all.
That's like
you want to stay out of a double play. That's
Eagles 2019. We're hunting for.
Hey! Hand up! I didn't know he was running. That's on me.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't even have brought it up.
I don't even care about. I didn't care enough even to talk about it tonight because it was a non-issue.
But hey, big hit after getting doubled off yesterday.
Guys make even if he did make a mistake, guys make mistakes in 162.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh, yeah.
I move on from it. I don't harp on it. I don't want them harping on it because then they're carrying it in game 10 of the year.
That's the one thing you can't do. You can't harp on anything.
So
Yeah.
me as a fan, I
let
don't
it go.
Exactly.
me as a fan, I let it go. Like unless you're doing it night in, night out, right? If you're making boneheaded mistakes nightly, then okay, then Houston.
Yeah, like
you
putting
got a problem.
Romano in a big spot.
Mookie-
The next game. If that happens again next game.
Yeah, look at Mookie's one of the best players in baseball. He drops the ball, double play ball at second, drop the ball.
He claimed he couldn't see it. Like,
Yeah.
now you're first. Now
I'm
you
right
can't
there.
see it.
I was waving to him. Hey, Mook.
Well,
He's looking at me. Right.
he's looking at you while you're looking at him. and he's like, yeah, right to the eyes. Like, you know, Mookie never drops. Yeah, Mookie never drops the ball. He's awesome though. I say it to people all the time. Like he's doing what like little leaguers do. Like, hey, I'll be a Gold Glove outfielder, and then hey, I can also play short too. If you guys,
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes and like
Did it the opposite
sometimes-
way too, right? Did it the
sometimes
harder
the
way.
TV,
I was
yeah,
gonna
and
say,
sometimes
nobody
the
goes
TV.
from there to there. Nobody
And
goes
you
from
don't
there to
realize-
there.
Usually they go infield to outfield.
Yeah,
when
or
they
DH.
get older. They don't go
Yeah, or
outfield
DH.
to infield.
Oh yeah, I mean he's always been a superior athlete, but you don't realize,
bowler.
you just don't realize because TV sometimes doesn't do justice for both sides. You know, when you see a guy that's look that blocks the sun, and then when you see a guy that's a midget, you don't realize it till you see him. You can put Mookie in your pocket. I mean, he is 5'6". I know he lost 30 pounds with the illness, but I mean he's dripping
still
wet.
only
He's
170,
lucky
60 pounds,
dripping
yeah.
wet if he's 168, and the dude absolutely rakes. And Kiki's about 5'6" too, playing first base. It's hilarious.
Kiki,
He's a
do you
little
love
tiny.
me?
He's a little
Philly's
guy.
got, and
I love
Philly's
how
got
everyone
big
was booing
boys.
him when he had to
Philly's got big
You
boys
see
in their
that?
lineup.
What?
Obviously,
Like we got
sweeps.
big boys in our lineup. Like our guys look big. They've been
Yeah.
down
Well,
low.
What's funny, so it's to that point, right? There was the photo. Sixers released a photo. What Maxey, Embiid, and somebody, I guess it was Grimes, was there. I didn't even recognize Ryan Howard. Maxey's bigger than Ryan Howard.
Yeah, that's how that goes. Maxey's
Well, that's
6'4".
the NBA is completely that throws you on your. The NBA throws everything on its ear because you're like, oh, that guy's tiny. When it's like, no, that dude's 6'6".
Yeah, well, AJ
Everyone on
Brown.
the court is
AJ Brown
fucking
looked like a
huge.
midget. AJ Brown looked like a midget compared to Tyrese Maxey. You're like, yo, AJ Brown's small.
Yeah.
Maxey would be Godzilla. You put pads on his ass.
It's,
You put pads on that.
Maxey's as tall as I am.
It's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
I'm the 90 percentile of people I know tall, and Maxey's as tall as I am. He just looks short because
You
he's
Google
short,
that, babe?
short for NBA.
You Google that one? Was it a Google?
Went to the doctor.
You
The
get 90%.
pediatrician told him.
I mean, I know
The
two
pediatrician
people.
Yeah,
told
you still
him.
going?
I know
You still going?
I know people
I
taller
feel
than
like
me.
you're a guy who still goes. You check
Right,
in with the pediatrician. You still got the same doctor you had when you were 7.
I haven't been to the doctor in a while.
No,
Probably should go, but
I don't want to turn it into a go get a checkup show. We're like, hey, let's go see
I
our
feel
doctor.
great.
Make him yours.
I
Dr.
feel
Paul
phenomenal.
Vidal, specialized physical therapy.
No.
Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Nobody's going to judge anybody's life. The percentile verbiage was fantastic.
Oh, I'll judge his life. I'll judge his life all day.
Took me right to the pediatrician. Percentile. I remember getting those stats. I remember getting those stats about B percentiles and shit.
Yeah, I'm still getting sleeps. I'm writing those stats right now.
A lot of people post shit about it.
I'm in the analytics.
Like it means something.
I'm in the analytics. All I was saying is I know a lot of people. I think I know 3 people taller than me. That's all I'm saying.
It is funny though, because you get like my daughter's chunky. She's got you could butter those thighs up right now as 8 months old. You know what I mean? But then her percentiles, like she's like super tall and skinny. I'm like, I don't, where do you guys come up with this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you come up with this with an 8-month-old? Like, it's gonna be, you know what I mean? It's gonna be Duncan. It's gonna be Duncan. Like, how do you come up with this stuff? Like, I don't know. It's all just, it's amazing.
I feel like a lot of that's horseshit anyway.
I agree.
They just
Like,
say
here
it to
you
make you happy. Like, oh yeah, it's top percent.
Everybody leaves gigantic.
Yeah.
Like, everybody leaves gigantic. Kid ends up 5'5".
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody's short.
Yeah.
Nobody's short, apparently.
No, everybody's over 6'2". What a country. Your girl's gonna be 6'7". Excuse me? Like what? What'd you say?
WNBA starting to get money.
Oh, well, yeah.
Maybe not viewers, but money.
Yeah, but listen, a lot of we talked about a lot of timely hits, and 5th in average. That's fun. It's a good time. 16th in home run. So we haven't been doing it by the
I was
way.
gonna say we haven't even been hitting homers.
Yeah.
All right, 10th in runs scored. 6th in slugging, 3rd in on base percentage, 6th in strikeouts. So that's good. It's a good thing. It's not a bad one. And 4th in walks, like we talked about. So, I mean, and that's a big test. That was a huge test.
So it doesn't matter what time of the year, right?
You open up versus recycling bins. You open your season versus recycling bins, and you're able to take care of business.
Yeah, I mean, they're undefeated. They come in undefeated.
And the 9-hitter
lead with 2
losses.
losses.
9-hitter walked 3 times today. So I mean, that bodes for a good offensive day when that happens.
I'm not sure that Marchand swung the bat in his first 2 at bats at all, but hey, that's fine. If you're gonna take balls, take balls. We're fine with that. I tell you what I do. Another thing I like.
Well, being patient is contagious too.
Yeah,
and we've been saying it. I mean, we've been saying it for years now. But just the weapon of JT being able to throw guys out is just so huge, especially the way that people like to run now. Like I think Ohtani had 36 straight stolen bases or 37. Yep. No, I said something in the 30s straight stolen bases and a huge. I mean, what a throw! The other one, I don't think Taylor got as good of a jump because it wasn't as great of a throw. But the throw to throw Ohtani out was on the money.
Well, it was perfect. Yep.
He couldn't throw it better.
Yeah.
Couldn't throw it better. Absolutely perfect.
Yep.
So that JT basically wins that game because the Romano looked like he was in full meltdown mode in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, monster win, and we played them tough yesterday. We had every chance to win yesterday.
Yeah, we did. And Noah threw well. Not great, but threw well.
The hanging break, 2 hanging break balls again. So
yep, fence scrapers too, though. You know what I mean? At least the other night.
Well, that's what he does. Yeah, that's what he does. If he gets hit, it's off the curveball.
Well, apparently all we did was let up home runs. That's the only way people score against us.
Yeah, I mean, your guys Cy Young Award winner has been
didn't look good.
Him up too. Well, it's okay.
Doesn't face Teoscar Hernandez. Looks amazing.
But it's also in that 90. It's also that 94 degrees out. Or sorry, it probably like 80 degrees out, like it was in Florida. So arm wise, I could see you maybe not having all your life on your fastball. But again, this team.
His stuff looked good today, though. Sanchez's stuff looked good.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I got no problem with anything. But Jordan Romano, I mean, that's my only problem.
Yeah, Romano looks like shit. Yeah,
like that's the only. There's only one issue with the Phillies right now through the first 3 series.
Hear me out.
Situational hitting as well.
Worries you?
I don't want to say worries. Concerns me a little bit.
Okay.
Like runners in scoring position, less than 2 outs. We just can't put a ball in play right now.
But everything else makes me positive.
I completely agree with you.
That will start to happen.
I completely agree with you.
They are laying off bad pitches. They are.
I hated that Schwarber bat in the 7th inning today. You're up 3-0, and then you swing. You take that green light. You swing at that splitter in the bottom.
First off,
and then
the swing at I'm fine with the green light. You can't swing at a ball out of the strike.
You can't swing at a splitter in the dirt.
Green light means we're looking for 1 pitch.
Yeah.
You're
looking for the cookie.
Who swings at 3-0 in the dirt?
Then that's just cycled the whole thing, and then Turner comes up first pitch, going right, and
I couldn't believe that though, Greg. I was laughing at that. Like, did he just swing at that ball in the dirt 3-0? What the fuck just happened right there?
Yeah, I mean, Wayne, you're right. So is Greg. Like they haven't been good for runners in scoring position. They have gotten timely hits though.
They have
late in games. That's sort of been their that's been their MO through 3 series.
Yeah, 100%. Is feasting on relief pitching, really.
Feasting the bullpen.
And that's what you want you want to work pitchers early. They're doing exactly what we asked them to do coming in this year. So if we want to, if we have any problems out there with the lineup, you should punch yourself in the face because they're doing exactly what we asked them to do. Right? Besides scoring runners in scoring position, they're taking pitches, they're patient, right? They're doing all those things.
Putting balls in play.
Yeah, like
the first 2 games.
So it's like, how do I say anything bad about, not scoring runners in scoring position? That's contagious too. That will come. That will come in bunches for them. Well, they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't think when you're talking about 2 outs, runners in scoring position, then that's how you become an elite team. You know what I mean? But, less than 2 outs. Well, if we're talking about man on third, if you're just talking about a guy on second, less than 2 outs, then that still requires a hit. You know what I mean? So, it depends on this, the stat nerds. I need to know all that information, but I hear you. I mean, I know.
through the Rocky series, we at least had bases loaded, less than 2 outs, and we didn't get a run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Multiple times, you know what I mean?
I'm sure the stat
I
you're
think we
talking
had
about.
bases loaded with nobody
I'm sure
else.
the stat you're talking about is including with a man on third, which to me at every level is.
You're right. To be honest, I don't care about the guy in second.
To me, at every level,
I don't care about.
To me, at every level, that's the truth.
Although we saw it today.
I can't be a guy in third with less than 2.
Yeah.
I have to get in. I don't care if
so it falls into the runners and
T-ball. I'm going to need you to find the hole.
I need 75% on that. I need 3 or 4 in runners on third.
Actually, I'm like 90%. I'm like 90%. We're gonna hone in on one thing.
I was gonna say 90% is far away from where the average is.
Well, I know what it is. But if we can't do that, guys, how do we expect to ever have parades? Right? Like if we can't do the easy.
I just need the ball in play. I can't have strikeouts in that situation.
I don't care if you're 0 for a million, but your contact with 2 is like brilliant, which you wouldn't be 0 for a million. But I could deal with it. Like you said, if you're striking out in those spots, I want to fucking choke your life away. Because I feel like you have
especially
zero
an uncompetitive at bat. I can see if it's a 9-pitch at bat and they get you to strike out, but if you're striking out on 3 pitches that are out of the zone, then I got a serious issue.
Mostly because nobody has an adjustment. We talk about egos at this level.
A lot of these. I mean, it's a beautiful. I mean, the bunt is a beautiful thing when you can do it. What a weapon!
ESPN too.
Arizona State, first and second, absolute beauty. Catcher throws it.
It'll be 2 days early.
Throws it. The catcher throws it to the downtown Arizona.
Game's probably in the 9th inning.
God love that. God love that. Sweet.
Bottom 8.
Okay,
you can rewind it.
I'm in the same inning for one.
Bottom 8 if you can rewind. What a bunt.
Great bunt. Dude, you can steal so many hits. I tell lefties this all the time. You guys have an advantage. You guys could go back. You could go take your average up 150 points. Seriously. 150 points by the end of the year.
I think about what Sweeps used to say all the time. It's like pitchers love nothing more than to shit all over themselves when you make them field a bunt. Make a pitcher field a bunt and watch them shit all over themselves.
All position players.
Watch the Arizona kid throw it into the Grand Canyon. Just watch it.
All position players too, Wells. Like, defending the bunt. Like, there's guys. You're right. Yeah, bad bunts.
There's some. I mean, third baseman. Usually, you don't want the third baseman to get it because they're probably going to make a good play. But pitchers, please, by all means.
But I'm saying like the college level and the high school level and the lower
high school level. Anybody.
I'm bunting all day to third. I'll make that third baseman prove he's no one Arenado first. Like if I'm struggling, I'm fucking laying them down. Even in the travel world, I don't care if we're in a showcase. Like you guys don't want to hit, then we're going to show we can handle the bat well. Because I got to show them something before we leave, right? That's how I always say to them. Well, I got to show them something for you guys, but we didn't hit. We didn't hit all weekend, so we'll just bunt 100 times.
Uniform looks good. Uniform's clean.
Yep, that's it. So I love a bunt, dude. I love a good bunt. I say it all the time. I had a lefty on the older team.
As on the shoulder.
He literally had like 20 drag bunt hits down the third base. Well, he's a lefty, but sort of drag it at the third base side and just
putting it right. Call it drag. I mean, it's semantics. I know.
Yeah.
One of my guys asked me, "Isn't that a push bunt?"
Is that a push bunt?
It's a drag. It's a drag.
He's still dragging.
Is he running before he bunted it?
He's running. He's moving.
Then it's a drag.
I'm telling you, he batted like 500. He batted 500 competitive travel ball because he bumped for a hit at will. To start every game when he didn't bat in the leadoff, but to start every game, it was like, oh, runner on first. You know what's coming. We'll have first and third because somebody's going to shit all over themselves and try to make a play when there isn't one. And I'm like, how do more guys not buy into it? I'm like, you guys are all watching it.
That's what that catcher just did. To your point, he had no play, but he threw it in the Grand Canyon. There was no reason. Just eat it.
There's this pressure. Everybody starts.
They want to be on Sports Center. Look at my bare hand play.
Yep.
And they throw it into the crowd.
It's even unstoppable when in MLB The Show. I'm always on base. Ellie De La Cruz, Kenny Lofton from a few years ago. Boop. Goodbye.
A few years ago, Kenny Lofton was.
No, in the game a few years ago.
I was gonna say, Kenny Lofton was in the game.
I know Kenny's been gone a while.
I'm like, Greg, I don't know what you're living in, babe. I'm trying to help you out here. I mean, I don't know if you got a time machine in that.
MVP.
We don't know what time it is down in Florida.
A hot tub time machine out there.
He got TVs on his 7th TV. Lofton's still an all-star. He's got 8 TVs going.
Ken Griffey Jr. baseball.
love me some Edmundo. I love me some Mundo.
Oh, Edmundo's been great. Absolutely great. I think
Oh,
he's
he's the
hitting
perfect-
570.
He's the perfect role player. Perfect
Yeah,
role player.
absolutely perfect. You can put him in any position. He's confident there, and
Yep.
he just hits. He
Did you
just
see
handles
he
the
was
bat
at-
well.
I thought they misspoke on the broadcast yesterday. I didn't realize they actually did put him in center field
Yeah.
for the last inning.
I know. And today, just looking at him, like, in unrelated news, just looking at him and Edmund, your stars all over the field.
Oh,
But it it just hurts my soul when I see Mundo and I see Edmund. Former Redbird,
Cards,
former
yeah,
Redbird, former Redbirds. You know what I mean? It takes guys like that to just have a team, man.
I love
They
Edmund.
just do the right, they just do everything right.
Well,
Dude
guess what?
crushes
Arizona
lefties.
State on cue. Guy strikes out first and third. Less than two. Less than two. Yep. On cue. Like no different approach. His 2-strike swing was the same one as the swing prior. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, all right.
Let me run something by you guys real quick. What do you think about
Run
this?
away. Run away.
I'm not sold on this, but it's an idea that I had that I'm batting around in my head.
Oh boy.
Taiwan looked pretty good.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Taiwan looked pretty good.
Oh boy.
Just saying.
Hold on, Ala. Hold on, Ala.
Coming in for a landing. Hold on.
Colorado.
All right.
Calm
But
down.
listen,
Colorado on
let
the
me
road.
go. Let me go.
Colorado. That is.
I get it. I get it. Oh, I do. But guess what? Guess what? Colorado would have scored 10 against him last year. So I'm just saying, Taiwan looks pretty good. If he strings together a couple good starts here.
Oh, dear
okay.
God.
Oh
Ranger's
boy.
got back issues. If Romano still looks like shit, we know Ranger can throw in the pen. We've seen him do it before. I'm just throwing it out there. Now, if Romano continues to struggle and we're seeming to be having pen issues, Ranger to the pen might not be a bad idea. Maybe it can help him with his back issues.
Ranger and Painter.
Look at Will.
Ranger and Painter.
Wilson was on a bar stool right next to Taiwan this weekend. Having a few Frosties. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. My God.
Regardless of the
Can't believe that came
I
out
don't
of your
even like
mouth.
Taiwan Walker at all.
I can't
We're gonna
imagine.
pay him.
Anybody does.
He's around.
regardless of the Taiwan aspect, though, I can buy into Ranger to the pen. I do. I thought that even going into the year, that Ranger potentially was that swing guy, right?
Yeah.
Was that swing guy. Either you could use him in the bullpen, you could use him in the rotation. He's been great at both.
Yeah, yes.
To your point, though, what he struggled with is staying healthy and staying consistent throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you think the pen will keep him healthy, it may be the right move.
It limits him, right? It limits him to an inning, 2 innings every other day, right?
I mean,
the only thing that worries me about closing with him is his lack of velo and his lack of like overpowering stuff.
Yeah, then you got 3 lefties. I mean, you still need a righty power arm.
That too.
You need a righty power
Kirkring.
arm somewhere.
I like Kirkring.
Yeah,
I do like Kirkring.
I mean,
yeah. If you're right though, Snoops, because then you go Nicolas Cage, Alvarado, and now you're going to go Ranger.
It's got to be Andrew Painter.
Well, Painter's still floating around.
I'm taking off of work Friday. I'm going to go see his first start in Clearwater.
I wouldn't even start.
Just decided.
I would just say, I know what I want to do with him. I'm just going to bring him out of the pen. I mean, this is unbelievable. It's right in front of your faces.
Well,
I've been saying it for years in the playoffs.
I mean, listen, he's a starter. I get it. But if you want to limit his innings and his pitch count, one of the smartest way to do it is
Didn't the White Sox do that with Chris Sale when he first came up?
Chris Sale, Adam Wainwright with the Cards,
David Price.
Early on in the career, they started at least in the playoffs in the bullpen.
Teams were good. Because we're not talking about bad teams. We're talking about teams that had things in place that were essentially better than them at the time. Not saying Painter isn't better than.
Yeah, but they're so electric. They're like, we can put him in. We can get an inning out of him. Yeah.
Why would I not want to get 98? I would love to get 101 on the board. Like Sweet said, listen, this is the difference. When you run out of Ranger in the 9th inning, and when you're talking about a command guy, that command being off one time, it's 9-9, right? Mm-hmm. When you're 98 plus and you got movement, you can be off with command some nights and still get away with it, maybe. Because guys are all trying to be the tweet of the night, right? Everybody's trying to be the hero. So you know what I mean. If you're zippity doodah, you got a better opportunity than you do of a guy that's all command. In my
I
opinion,
kind of like the fact that Ranger, because of the fact that Alvarado is, he's our heavy-handed. He's coming in throwing 100. Ranger would be the opposite of that. Would be more of the finesse guy. Now Strom is kind of the same as Ranger, which kind of makes it like that. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm not saying that that's guaranteed, and I love Ranger. I think Ranger's a great starter. It's just something that we have out there because if Taiwan pitches well and Painter comes back, we kind of have a plethora of starters. And what's his name's been amazing so far. As bad as Romano looks, is as good as Lazardo looks.
Yes, Lazardo's been electric.
Lazardo looks spectacular.
Ball
Throw
free
strikes. Throw strikes, Jesus. Throw strikes.
free and easy. It comes out of his hand.
Yeah, he looks great.
He's fun to watch.
He looks great.
But another health guy.
Yeah.
And I mean that's the way this league is.
I was gonna say that's the way of the league for pitching, really. But yeah.
But this lineup's what's really important is staying healthy because you can rely on them. You should be able to rely on $1 billion lineup to carry it too. Right. If you do go down with some arm injuries throughout the year, which happens, right?
Yep.
You lose guys for 30 days, a month and a half, right? For whatever reason. So that's where this lineup, all eyes are on that on a nightly basis. But this is why winning early is important too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Winning early and getting off to a good start, right? And a really good start like they did last year can also allow for that 30-day, right? That some of that kind of stuff. It can allow you to float, right, and then get back to it. So I don't know. There's tons of ways to look at it, but I'm a believer. Just come out and start winning baseball games.
No, I'm with you on that, Tommy.
That doesn't necessarily mean you won't win in October, right? We just were too coasty. We got too coasty, and we're playing bad baseball last year.
Like 7-2. 7-2, you start. You can tinker with things. You're like, okay, we don't have to worry about stuff. Like if you go to the contrast of the Braves sitting at 1-8, people are already like, when's Strider coming back? When's Acuna coming back? Everyone's starting to worry. It's the complete opposite. That's a fast start alleviates some of that stress.
Well, it's the old adage, right? You can't win the division in April, but you sure can lose it. And the Braves, I don't think anybody's come back from starting 0-8 or something. Some random stat that the Braves fit into. They've never started the year like 0-8 and made the playoffs. Something like that, right? 0-8, 0-9.
Good, that's for sure.
It definitely puts you behind the 8 ball for sure.
Yeah, I mean they started 1-7.
All right, so maybe it was 0-7.
They were 0-7.
Yeah,
it was probably 0-7 because they were 0-7 and they were 1-7, 1-8.
But yeah, either way, not the start you're looking for.
Yeah, not ideal.
The Mets are.
They probably lucky they got rained out today because Alcantara might have beat them.
Yeah, Mets are a good team, obviously, which we expected.
Yeah, so but guess what? I don't think the Mets pitching is very good.
No,
we know that.
They've been lucking out so far with their pitching.
So
I don't think their pitching is very good.
So we go to Atlanta on Tuesday.
Yep. Day off tomorrow, Atlanta Tuesday.
So a little three game set in Atlanta, and this is where you really want to bury. Right? You have an opportunity.
Yeah, keep that pedal on. Yep, absolutely, Tom.
Would love to win this series.
Oh, yeah, I just got to win it. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Love to win this series.
I would love to go down there and just sweep their ass right out of their own building, and then now you're another 3 games up on them.
Yeah, and they're 1-11, and it's panic mode down there.
Yeah, you can start to put in there. Now you're going to rush guys back, right?
Yep.
Then you get in the rush guys back mode, and Acuna goes down again.
Yay!
Yeah, I want to see Acuna go down again because
I don't mind it. I wouldn't mind it.
But Strider in his tight pants, I would love to see go out like 27 more times.
I love that. I would love that. I tell you what, I'm out on. As much as I think that he's got electric stuff, I'm out on Spencer Strider. Out. I think he's always going to stink in the playoffs. You know why? He's a pussy.
Big start Wednesday.
He's a pussy. I knew it as soon as they asked him before. I think it was before the infamous Reese Homer game where he spiked the bat. That was against Strider, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I think before that game, they asked him. They had a kid asking questions, and they asked him how he liked his steak cooked, and he said he likes his cows alive. And I said, I'm out.
And he's also the one, too, that said the best part of playing the pandemic was no fans.
Yeah, I'm out.
Great.
I'm out. He likes his steak. He likes his cows alive. That's fine. Your vegan ass is gonna get titties in the playoffs every time. I already know it. Cool mustache.
Big start Wednesday for Will's boy.
Oh, that Tijuana?
Yep.
Tijuana?
Oh yeah. Well,
It was.
I'll be making a
he
break.
really did look good the other day. He really did. I was shocked to see it. I thought my eyes were deceiving me, but he absolutely looked pretty good the other day.
His velo is up from last year. I'm just saying. Listen, Taijuan Walker, there's a really good chance that the Braves come out and drop a 10 spot on him on Wednesday. But he also could pitch well a couple times and we could trade him. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that would
well,
probably be ideal, right? That would be an ideal thing for him to do. Come out, shove a couple times, and then get dealt.
Yeah, trade him to Florida for Max Meyer.
Ooh.
I mean, Florida makes dumb mistakes. You never know.
They do need to add payroll.
I know because they're trying.
They need to add payroll,
floor, right? The luxury tax, whatever.
They got to get to the floor. So at some point this year, they got to get up to the floor.
You want to get to the floor? Give us Max Meyer. We got a Taijuan for you.
Peter LaFleur.
Oh, dodgeball legend. LaFleur.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great matchup. Wheeler Sale.
So we got let's see.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct, Don.
Spencer Bach and
I like Sunshine. I
AJ
like
Smith. They got the guy with three names is going.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Wheeler Sale, Walker,
the guy with two moms. The guy with two moms goes on third.
And Luzardo versus Hypen.
Versus Hypen.
Smith Shawver. Yeah, he looked like trash the other day. What's it called? Is good though. I'll tell you that. He is good. They always got one. Schwellenbach is good.
Yeah, he's Wednesday.
Of course he is. I picked him up on waivers last year. He had his first two starts were bad. I dropped him. He was basically a Cy Young candidate the rest of the year.
So it's your fault. Okay.
Well done, Gregory.
We've pinpointed it.
We've known this for a while. Everything's my fault, right?
such a weird road trip. Going to Atlanta and then St. Louis. This is a weird road trip. Scheduling wise, it's a weird one. And then back home for San Fran for 4.
We have a history of playing well in St. Louis. Hopefully we keep that going.
And then Miami for 3. So then you come home for a 7-game homestand.
Yep. San Fran and Miami. Yep.
I'll tell you what. I know sweeps is a rough night for the Cards, but everyone was out on him. Nolan Arenado's been crushing. First 10 games of the year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how good that team is, but Arenado's been crushing.
I'm not sure.
They got a lot of guys, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I like Newport.
They're not good. Yeah, Lars is good.
I like Lars.
They're not good.
They're not good.
Like
Lars playing on Team Japan, right? Didn't he play on Team Japan?
I don't know.
Yeah,
some dude named Herrera's hitting homers, but I don't know.
Ivan Drago.
Ivan Flo. Yeah.
Well,
I've always liked Sonny Gray, though. Sonny Gray he'll put up good numbers all year for you, though. Sonny Gray's solid.
Luke and Baker's a big donkey.
Yeah, he's
not
got
bad.
people like him, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
608 ate a lot of food, Dynasty. That's what he did.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still in the league.
608 ate a lot of food.
6 toe is he lost the toe. He's got the beatus. He's down to 5 toes.
4?
Maybe 4.
Let's see, Jose Mesa?
Digit boy.
No, I'm just trying to say he's fat. That's all.
I don't think he's in the league.
No, he's definitely not. Or he's hurt, or he's in AAA.
No, I'm saying I don't even see that he's on the team right now.
Yeah, I think he quit baseball. He's laying on a couch somewhere.
Some guys can't handle coming back from that surgery.
I mean, he loved the Cubano sandwich.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Pork on pork crime.
See, SJM, I think we have other issues besides Bone for Arenado. Like my focus is on the pen. It's not on this lineup right now.
Yeah, I'm okay with Bone. I like Alec.
I like Alec too.
You need to see a pitch or two.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
I think he made more outs than pitches the other day.
He's assuming shit because of where he is in the lineup.
The season just started. Like ESPN is so funny. They just do it. Like they show the. They always just try to fool half the audience, and then you can't get anything by us. You can't get anything by me. And so they showed the Phillies-Dodgers score, and it said Dodgers first series loss since September. The season just started. September, the season's over. October, you don't count October. I mean, knock it off. All right, knock it down.
First series loss in 3 series. Thanks.
Yeah.
Always looking for a stat line. They're always looking. It's amazing. That bottom line's always looking for like something you never heard of. Like, wait, what? Like, what did he say?
Yeah, they're looking for the wow moment. Like, what?
Yeah, can you guys just put the score up and who did what in the call today?
You can't lose a playoff series. I mean, you can't lose a playoff series or you go home. They won the World Series, right? So October doesn't count. What are we talking about? Oh, God. SJM.
Taiwan's direction. Other stuff around the league, obviously, the torpedo bats have been the talk of the town. Yankees have hit 1.5 million homers,
and then we get them, and we can't hit.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? I haven't looked into them enough.
I mean, Judge isn't using it. Judge is just crushing. And I think
I sent you that video. I sent you that video that Butchie did. You know
I saw it.
That's the only thing. That's how I got my information.
It
so
seems like
he just moved it. He just moved the stuff from the handle to the barrel.
It just seems like what's his name is hitting so well just because of where he's batting in the line. He's seeing a lot of fastballs.
Volpe,
Jazz, and Chisholm.
Yeah. I think they started it for Volpe because he was just getting sawed off so much. They were trying to extend his barrel a little bit more because
he
wasn't a very good hitter.
They're like Volpe stinks. We gotta do something.
Yeah, we gotta help the guy out.
No, you're right. And he's always had trouble with the hand stuff too. Because I have the guy I know that designs bats, and he, rest in peace, Benny, passed away. But I have a Volpe training bat that he designed for Volpe because he was breaking his hammock bone. Like he was.
Oh, okay.
Not breaking it, but it was bothering him. So there's no knob.
You don't want to break that.
There's no knob.
Oh.
So it's pretty cool.
And the hammock bone is a bad break too. If you break that,
All right, Zeke. So they give a backstory on this. Zeke's not happy with Harper, and then Brinkman came in the chat looking for Zeke, saying where's Zeke at? He's blah 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 blah. So Zeke says, Rob Brinkman, I want and need more from Harper, lighting a fire under his ass. I'm extra salty because he's on my fantasy team. So Zeke's not happy.
Your fantasy team today.
Well, you got a double today. First week of the year, bud.
If Zeke's not happy,
an RBI single, a double, a run scored.
Well, Zeke, you got 2 of his dads.
No, but he hasn't been. I mean, his power stroke's not there, but that double was beautiful.
I'm not taking shots at you two. I'm just telling you.
Sure, you are.
Well, no, because the truth isn't a shot. The truth isn't a shot.
Before it started, we know shots from you, okay? Don't start this. We know.
But the truth is not a shot. The truth is the truth. Like, you can't run from the truth. You don't run from the truth.
What are we running from? Who even said anything? All I said is he helped your fantasy team today, which is a fact. Also a truth.
I just know that you guys will find the silver lining in anything.
You do no wrong with you two guys. Yeah. That's what it's.
That's all.
That's not true.
That might be true.
No, it's not.
I'll translate for you.
It's not true.
I'll translate.
I'm not like his dad.
4 doors down. I'll translate.
I'm not like Wilson. I don't blindly follow. No, I'm kidding.
Listen, I wasn't calling you his dad. I meant like his actual father. I'm not like his father.
You got a poster somewhere.
I do not. I can show you around the room. No, I have a Goodfellas poster. But
We don't know what's in that room, so
Breaks definitely got a poster, and it's sticky as hell. So we knew he was coming flying in, which is fine.
Oh yeah.
I mean, listen. What I will say to Zeke, which I've said for years, Bryce is the least of our concerns.
yeah.
I hope.
No doubt.
I
No
hope.
doubt there.
But I would love a 35, 40 home run year.
Yeah, so would
You know
I.
what I mean, like
I think it needs to happen.
I need an MVP caliber year. I already said this. You know what I mean? I don't wanna get
100%.
repetitive on shows,
Absolutely.
but I already said it. Like this is on Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper has to win.
Yep.
Right. I mean, it solidifies the legacy. It does so much.
I honestly don't even need a 35. What I need him to do is for us to win the World Series. That's what I need.
Well, I think it starts having a monster.
Well, yeah,
year.
obviously,
you know,
him having a great year will
think
go a
that's a
long
good-
way there. But I'm saying,
Yeah.
You know,
he can hit 240 and then hit fucking 17 homers in the playoffs, and we win the World Series. I'll be fine with it.
No, that
Absolutely.
doesn't bode well for my ticket. God damn it. That doesn't bode well for my MVP
Greg,
ticket.
we're trying to win World Series. You have the World Series ticket, don't you?
I do, yes.
That one will go well.
That's only 12 plus 1,200. That's not great money.
What's the MVP?
I think I mean MVP, but MVP would add on to everything, right?
Yeah, that can't be more than
Now we're
1200.
trying to stack tickets. We're stacking tickets now.
We are trying to stack tickets.
It's definitely MVP's no way it's more than 1200.
Yeah, no way.
No. I think he's plus 650.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We're
1200.
stack talking.
Giddy up.
We stack the bread here.
We're stacking.
Yeah, I just need an MVP caliber year from him.
Yes,
I mean, I'm not out here.
No,
I'm not out here asking for a lot from a
I'm with
star. You know what I mean? I'm asking a star to go be a star.
Be healthy and be yourself. That's what I was saying. Just be healthy and be yourself. That's what
And again, let's call a spade, a star that wants more money or an extension.
Oh, I don't know what that's
right?
about.
So you
Sending
want
guys
all
that are
that,
50.
then you got to go out and do it.
Yeah, now we're sending guys that are 50 years old. I don't even know what it means. But yeah, I'm right with you.
Yeah,
I'm
is
right
he
with
under contract till he's 40?
Yeah, I don't know. What
We're
doing.
halfway through it, actually. We're halfway through it.
Well,
I know
that's
he's been
fine.
here 7 years. It's crazy.
Yep.
It is crazy.
Didn't seem like it's been 7. It's pretty crazy.
Definitely changed the landscape of Phillies baseball for sure, though. So
yeah,
I mean, a must signing, and now they just got to finish. That's the deal. That's the deal.
Yeah.
And great start to the year, but I can't be asking for money. 8 years left in the deal because that's what it was, right? I didn't win nothing yet, but 8 years into a deal. Now I won an NL title, so I mean that's I'm not going to poo-poo NL titles, right? Because they're fun too, right? But that's all you want. So I wanted, at that point it was 8 years left in the deal. Yeah, maybe don't. Maybe keep that one in the chamber. Wait till halfway through, or you're getting up on it, and you want another year or two. Okay, all right. A little thank you for your service, but
a lot of that Scotty too. Scott needs to get paid.
well, Scott has every goddamn player imaginable.
He does.
So I mean, he can.
Win
He
a World
signed the
Series
deal.
and we'll restructure.
Yeah,
100%.
you won a World Series, I'll give you a 10-year deal. I'll pay you to 50. So I don't care about that part of it. Go win a World Series. I can't. I don't want to say it's you can put that on Scotty. You're a mega star, Greg. That shouldn't be that shouldn't come from your agent. That got to come from the player. You know what I mean? If you're on that kind of level, you know what I mean? Talking extension, like I need to be the player.
Yeah, sorry, especially where he's at. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not coming to Trouty's defense because he's my guy, but Trouty's in a good spot here, right? I think you guys can agree with that. So, compared to, to the Trout and some others, that might, when it's all said and done, not get one, or have very limited postseason numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Postseason numbers. You know what I mean? Like he's in a great spot here. He's in the postseason every year. Knock on wood. It's time to open the door, kick the door down, all right, and get drunk at a parade and grab a microphone and curse. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Say a lot of bad words.
Agreed.
Say a lot of bad words, and you're now.
Yeah, go down in fucking history. Go down.
You can leave all your kids in the middle of Broad Street. You know the MO here. Leave your kids in the middle of Broad Street, and they'll be taken care of the rest of their life.
Yep.
All right. So that's how simple it is when you win in this town. And at this point, I'll take an NL title just because that gives me an opportunity. right? I like saying about Super Bowls too, right?
All
Just get
we're
me there.
asking for is an
Yeah,
opportunity.
just get me there. Like I'm not gonna go get crazy here, right? Just give me an NL title, and then we'll worry about going and winning a World Series after that. But let's start with that.
I mean, we get an NL
let's
title
start with
this
that.
year. I like our chances against an AL team. I'll tell you
Yes, definitely.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
that.
I would love.
Who's good in the AL? Who?
And
That's an
what's
actual
even
serious
really
question.
good over there?
Who is good in the AL?
And what's even really good over there?
Are the Yankees good? I guess they're good. Maybe.
Good.
They're going to come back to earth once they realize that.
Like, don't get me wrong. They're not going to keep hitting 40 homers a week.
Exactly.
And their pitching stinks, I think.
Boston's
So,
good.
Yeah, once they realize that Cole is not coming back.
Boston's good. Rangers are good.
I think Boston
right?
can be good.
Boston can be sneaky. Yeah.
Yep.
I think the Rangers are good.
Rangers are good.
But they're older. They got health problems as well,
Mhm.
as everyone does. But they have ones that are glaring. But after that, I don't know. I think the Astros are down. I think a lot of teams are down.
Yeah, NL
way tough.
I like the Red Sox a lot, right? Because they got a youth movement going.
I like the Red Sox. The only problem with the Red Sox is I also don't know about their pitching.
Yeah, but they're not as good as us.
I like Crotchet a lot. But
yeah,
after
but
him, I don't know.
The Yankees are going to go spend more money if they need to. So they're probably them and the Rangers are probably the two best, right? With the Red Sox.
I think the Orioles are sneaky. I mean, they're just
they should be good.
Gunnar was out for a little bit. They're
4-6. Pitching as well, though.
4-6. Yeah, I mean, Gunnar was out. So I'm just saying it's early, but right now you're right. The American League doesn't scare you right now.
Well, if they had their ideal starting five of those sweeps, I think 3 of them aren't pitching currently, right? No Grayson Rodriguez.
Yeah.
No, the other kid that's pretty good. I can't think of his name. Bradish. I think that's it.
I think it's a kid, yeah.
Yeah, and then the lefty that used to be good. Means they're all hurt.
Yeah, it's crazy because the Rangers are good. Rangers are solid.
Well, the Rangers could be very good depending on their starting pitching. Because obviously they got a bunch of Evaldi is a guy that's always good in the playoffs, but he can be up and down the regular season. He can get hurt sometimes, and we know obviously DeGrom. DeGrom.
Yeah, he is what he is. But yeah, again,
they do have two young guys that are intriguing in Rocker and Leiter.
Yeah, they do.
You don't know what you're going to get with them.
They do, but listen, at the end of the day, the NL is the gauntlet, in my opinion.
For sure.
Right? One, because you have the Dodgers there. So that's why, to me, it's like go win an NL title, right? And then we can worry about who our matchup is.
Yeah, I wish we said that 2 weeks ago before the season started. It was the top 6 teams. 4 of them were in the NL, 3 in the same division. Not knowing the Braves were going to start 1-8.
Yeah. Hate to see it.
What a shame.
Shame skis.
When they were showing their lineup, I think it was like Thursday, when it was 0-6, and every Brave in the lineup was hitting under 200. I was like,
under 200.
Under 200. The only guy that was over 200 just got popped for 80 games PED. He's like, oh, what a shame. What a shame.
You know who I am?
What a shame.
We don't know who you are, Jerickson.
Sorry, Jerickson. What a shame. Can't play in the playoffs. What a shame.
That was more of a Marcel shot, but same. Same.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that Ozuna character either.
All right. Well, let's keep it. Let's keep the train moving here. Before we get into a 2-hour piece. We'll talk about hitting the road a little bit. So if you guys want to, we got 6 games on the road here.
Yeah.
So what's our road record? What do we come back with? What do we come back with here? A little 4-2 piece. What are we?
I got 4-2.
4-2.
I would love 5-1, but I got 4-2.
Yeah, I think 4-2 is what you got to shoot for. Is the ball that you're playing right now. Although the Braves are a dumpster fire, we just don't get the good end of those pitching matchups. We see their best, right? So that's par for the course.
They could sweep.
They don't see our best.
It could be 4-2. 4-2 is what you hope for. 5-1 possible because you can sweep the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 5-1. Let's play hot on the road. Great team.
Here comes sweeps. Downplaying the Cardinals, and they're gonna go in there and sweep us.
All We won't hit all series.
We won't hit all series.
Oh,
You'll see
I don't
Milo.
know. We're gonna see.
You'll see Milo.
We'll see.
You'll see
Nicholas.
Milo.
So we're gonna hit a little bit.
You saw Milo's kid today. I mean, not even an extra large bra can help Milo. Still in the leg. Still in the leg.
I didn't want to say.
bleeding.
I didn't want to say anything. I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say,
say what?
Miles Nicholas
Nipples are. I
can't-
mean, his nipple is bleeding.
he
all
can't get
over.
outs in South Jersey High School right now.
No.
He can't get out. No shot.
Listen, I
No
got
shot.
zero pitching depth, and if Milo showed up in my field tomorrow, I tell him, "See it. We're good. We're full.
We're good.
Seats taken. Seats taken."
Can't sit here.
Can't sit here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's terrible. That's bad. I'm mad that I didn't realize he was pitching the late game tonight. I'd have put a ton of money on Boston.
Well, I just got scared.
I saw it was 16-3.
Oh,
I said, who
it's a
scored?
doubleheader.
Oh, Nicholas, of
Yeah.
course.
It was a doubleheader, and Helsley blew game
I was
one.
gonna say, yeah, Cards had the first game in
So
the bag.
sometimes you get a little splitsky, you know what I mean? So once that happened, it was like, oh, you get a little worried, but that was definitely pound the Red Sox.
Miles Nicholas.
I ran in and played Nebraska. What a game of runs. That game was insane. They led by 12 in the first half. Then Central Florida came back and it was like it was tied at half. And then Central Florida started the second half, 16-0 run. 16-0! And then Nebraska went on a 21-3 run. And they won the game by 11. Insane. And they got $300,000. I'm assuming
Was that the crown title?
the CBC or CBC.
Yeah, the crown title.
The crown,
Yeah.
yeah.
They said they got 300,000. So I'm assuming every kid did. That's insane to me. But they're paying kids now, so whatever. But they got 300 grand.
Yeah, that's like
Well, that's
they
for
were
splitting it.
So the way it was sweeps was that that's why if you notice the NIT was a bunch of like smaller schools this year.
They're all 8-10 schools.
All the bigger
A lot of people
schools.
said no. A lot of people
All
said
the
no.
bigger
Right?
all the bigger schools that didn't make the tournament, they played in the crown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it was like Villanova, Oregon State, Colorado.
What's the crown?
It's
Just
the
over
one
the
that just
mall.
ended today.
They
It's the
dangled
first year ever.
They dangled
It's Vegas. It's in Vegas.
300.
Just another
I'll tell you what-
postseason tournament
I'll tell
that
you
they
what-
just
you know what it was?
dangled
You know what
money
it is,
at.
Tom? It was a way for us to for them to get us gambling because the first two rounds were Monday and Tuesday in the afternoon, right? And then it was Wednesday, Thursday, and then the semifinal was yesterday before the Final Four games, the two games in the afternoon, and then the final was today, the day before the championship game. Genius placement of games. I'll tell them that.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks is you can't bet on it in Jersey. So,
No, there they get you.
Yeah.
You could bet that whole tournament in Jersey?
Nope.
Why not?
Because you can gamble in Atlantic City, college games in Vegas you can't bet on in Jersey. It's like same thing like college games in Jersey can't bet on. Can't bet on college games.
Imagine having these weird rules built in.
It's
all right. I was in Texas last week, and you can't bet in Texas. There's no apps available in Texas.
Yeah, they can't bet at all, right?
Bookie's still making a killing down there.
Yeah, I asked my buddy who's there. I'm like, yo, what app do you use?
Give my buddy Antonio on the phone here.
Like everyone, they got some ethics. You know what I mean? Like you can't have three wives, but you can have two. Like don't make any sense.
Yeah. Again, it's in every ballpark.
You can carry a gun wherever you want, but you can't gamble.
It's in every stadium. So you dangle it in front of players' faces too. And then guys are getting popped. Like you don't expect a 20-year-old to make a mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
When they're seeing DraftKings, when they're hitting balls off the DraftKings sign before a game. You know what I mean? I'm not saying everybody does it, but you get what I'm saying. It's like
but everybody does it.
It's such like
the Vegas is crazy because now that the Vegas is just getting all kinds of sports teams now, but you can't if you play for the Vegas Raiders, you're not allowed to go onto the casino floor in any casino in Vegas. Like what? That's crazy shit.
That is nuts.
No, he did his part, Luke. Duke choked. I mean, that was a terrible foul call at the foul line.
We'll still take him though, Luke.
Yeah.
We'll take him in a heartbeat.
Maybe you'll drop the 5. You know what I mean?
What a great! I'll tell you what. I can't believe they called I saw it today because I was the over the back call is brutal.
Horrendous.
Embarrassing.
But if you're
I thought I was watching the Maui Invitational. I thought I was watching the Maui Invitational. Like I thought the season just started.
Yeah.
right? Not that we were coming to an end. That's where I didn't like that call. That's an early season call.
Yeah.
That's a ticky tacker. If you
I will
want to say
say,
ticky tack.
if Cooper Flag makes the shot with 2.5 seconds left, I love that call because me and Tony had 9-8 block, and I'm like, Duke, please score here. Please score. Win 69-68. Would have been like 2,500.
I had Duke minus 4.5 and was feeling really good.
I had that as well.
Yeah.
I was feeling great.
I had it as well.
The whole
Felt
game.
good. Felt good.
great.
Thought about cashing out.
Felt great.
Thought about cashing out.
And had a
10
Florida
minutes
Duke ticket.
I could have cashed out with 10 minutes left and only lost like $2 of it.
Oh, I was
Yep.
counting. I was
And
counting the
I-
Same
175.
boat, Tom. Same boat.
And
Florida
good
Florida
job. Why would you do it, Tom? The
Not-
$2 that important, Tom? Or the $32 bet, Tom? What
Not
was
to
more
mention
important?
mine was with Florida as well, so I was right with you.
Yeah.
I
I
was
didn't get
like,
into that game.
no. When they were up 12, I was like, what am I going to cash out? I'm not cashing out. What am I doing?
I don't own any TV in my house essentially until the 4-year-old's asleep. So, I didn't get dirty on that game, but I definitely came in hot for the late one and not happy. Right. I'll just leave you there because that's an MTV account. I was feeling good about them. Right. I was like, dude, they've been the best team.
Yeah.
Like, they're dominant. They're so suffocating on defense. And you listen, Houston's a scratch and clawer. I mean, that's who they are. That's how they're built. They're going to give Florida a run for their money, but Florida's a better team. Right. I think Florida's a better team. At least, they probably have more money on their roster.
I feel like Florida should win, but I don't know.
Well, Houston's
this smells
good,
like
man.
one of those games where Houston might.
Yeah, I
Might
mean,
just bully
after
them.
that, that's what I mean.
It'd be good for college basketball
and
for Houston to
after-
win and not
After that win last night,
a
they
power school.
it might be destined. I mean, it's one of the epic collapses.
Clayton
I mean,
Jr. is
you're up
so good,
6.
though.
You're up
Or
6.
is that
with
too good
19
of a? Is
seconds with
that too emotional of a win?
You're
can't
up
do
6
the other way,
with
too?
the ball. Up 6 with the ball. You can't even get it in.
30 seconds left. 33 seconds left.
You can't even get it in.
No, it looked like.
And then
dude, it
Tyrese
looked-
Proctor just hold
Yeah,
the ball.
You got to give it up, Proctor.
Give it up, Proctor.
68%. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't be a hero.
I didn't realize
Give
how
the
good of a-
nipple.
I didn't realize how good of a basketball player Shire was either.
Oh, he's
Like, I forget about his injury, but like how.
Oh, John Shire?
Oh,
Wow.
my God.
Did you hear that
Mike,
clip with Pat Bev?
Come
Yeah, I
on, Mike.
forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot. And I went and looked him
Mike.
up, and I went and got on the Google. I went and got on Goog and YouTube, and I was like, yo, this dude was a baller.
Yep.
Like, now I see what they were talking about. All right.
Shire's good, yeah, Shire's
All right. So I was like, I started to buy into Duke a little bit more too. Like, I'm not a Dookie, right? I'm definitely not a Dookie, but tournament wise,
I usually hate Duke.
No,
I'm a North Carolina guy. I'm a North Carolina guy. If you put a gun to my head.
Billis is
right?
echoing what both you guys are saying. I think we all hate Duke, but he was making light of it, saying, because of John Shire, because of Cooper Flag, because of Wilson's boy, the double K guy,
Nipple.
Knipple.
Knuble.
Duke's likable,
Con.
and he goes, I don't like it. All right,
Yeah.
we enjoy being hated. All right, now we're likable.
I felt like
Everybody likes it,
the
yeah.
main reason they were likable, though, like you said, Sweeps, no Coach K anymore. Shire's
Yeah.
there, new face, and then they're all usually they're hateable because they got like the 4-year senior, really good player, like Leitner and Bobby Hurley and all these
Annoying.
guys. These guys are all 18. This is their first year on the team.
Yep.
It's like so they haven't
It
had
was
time
fresh.
to be
Yeah,
hated.
you're right. It was fresh. Same with
I'll
like
tell you what though, he fucked
Psycho
up.
T, like Psycho T, same thing. He was there for 12 years.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
started hating Hansborough. So 100% agree with your thing. right there.
Shire fucked
And
up though.
With all this
because-
money now, and I would come back. I would
The
feel like there's unfinished business. I know he's
Yeah.
the number one pick, and I get all
Well,
that.
Cooper Flagg's not coming back.
I
Yeah,
know,
but
but
I hear
would.
you.
I would.
I hear you.
Just
I
because there's
would.
no much.
If I go get 10
I
mil,
would. I
I go
would. I
make
know
10
the
mil.
teachers say now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. With the NIL, you're making a shit ton anyway.
I would wait
Yeah.
to see
I
who
mean, I-
gets the
it's
number
life
one pick.
changing money
I
regardless.
would wait
It's
to see who
life-changing
gets the
money,
number one
so.
pick
I
in the
come
NBA
back. I
draft.
Huh?
Yeah.
I would wait and see who gets the number one pick in the NBA draft, and then I would make my decision.
Yep.
That's what I would do.
Absolutely.
too.
Because
Yeah.
you go to Washington, you're in purgatory.
Washington
That's
or Utah,
you know,
I'll go back to Duke.
Yeah, Leighton,
Yeah.
Leitner ended up in Minnesota. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he was going to be a good pro.
10-9-8.
Not saying he was gonna be a good
Yeah,
jumps in.
Sixers, come on in.
If
Come on
10-9-8
in.
jumps in with Tyrese Maxey.
Come on, knock on my door.
I'll be waiting.
We've been waiting for you.
Hit it, Wells. I was waiting for the next part. Hit it.
I was thinking about it. I was debating it.
I'm waiting for you. We were waiting for you. Voice of an angel, they once said.
I've been listening. I've been listening.
Like Seal?
Yeah.
I
Baby
mean-
seal. Baby seal.
Listen,
Go baby.
He's never been
listen,
called a
I'm
baby.
fine with that. You can call me Steele. I'm fine with that. What if, have you ever heard Kiss from a Rose?
I'm okay
You ever
with
heard
it.
Kiss
I'm
from a
okay with
Rose?
the birthmark.
I've heard it. Yeah, it's
Fucking
fantastic.
power ballad. Kiss from a Rose got Seal Heidi Klum, okay?
Oh yeah,
And
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know
right, you're right.
if you
he
know
has
this or
looked.
not.
He's looked in Heidi Klum's butthole. So yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't know. I don't know if you know this or not,
Absolutely.
but there's
Peekaboo.
actual seals. There's actual seals, sea lion seals that are more attractive than seal. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
True
Power
again.
The one in the Mountain
Kiss
Dew
from a Rose,
commercial might be better looking
power
than him.
ballad.
Yeah, when
Money-
you can sing
money
the
in the
pants
voice.
off, when you can
Yeah.
sing the pants off, and make up for the looks for sure.
Yeah.
Yep,
For
you got a
sure.
Hogzilla. You
You
can
can
sing.
seal me
You
up.
got a Hogzilla.
Seal me up.
And you got a little bit of cash. You got a little bit of cash.
Got a good hog in the garage and a little bit of cash.
It makes up for hanging out at OCU Manure's house, and then the thing goes off.
On your face. On your face. Right off your face.
Yeah, light that right here, would you? Go ahead and light that right here. Blow out this candle, would you?
Love to have you. We do deserve the number 1 pick, Don. What we've been
Yes.
through. You know what, Don? You don't fucking know. Don't you start. You might know, actually.
He's
But
still at it.
you've won more than we have.
The Sixers have done everything. I'll go over this again. I feel like I might have said this 2 weeks ago, but I might not.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it again. The
He's still got
Sixers
it
have
up.
done everything the NBA has wanted. The Sixers have essentially been owned by the NBA since they made us take that piece of shit.
Colangelo, you fucking rat.
Yeah,
Hey,
the only
Burner.
reason that the only
Burn.
reason we were able to get
Hey,
rid of
Burn.
Colangelo is because he had a burner account like a moron. They
Yeah, well,
made us
they
take
They
Colangelo.
planted it. They
They
planted
put it on him.
They made
Yeah,
us
it
take
was a plan
Colangelo.
job.
They made us do all this stuff. We did everything they wanted. It's time to reward us with the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah,
you know you don't want to
reward.
give that pick to Washington or Utah. Give it to us.
And you definitely don't want to. You definitely don't want to give it to OKC. What do you want them running the league for 30 years? No one goes to their games. They're in Oklahoma. Who cares? We're a big market.
Yeah.
I would think that they're not going to get it. You would hope.
Well, they're not going to get it, but we're.
Oh, that's right.
we-
They wouldn't
we-
get it. But at least give us ours. Even if we don't get number 1, give us ours.
Oh, I need this pick regardless, but you.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
more. That's what I meant.
You at least owe me. To me, you owe me top 3.
Top 4.
You owe me a top 3.
Okay, I'll take top 3. I was going to say top 4.
You owe
but
me top 3
top 3, I'm fine. I want
because
top
like
2.
I got enough confidence I can get a game changer top 3.
I'm debating
Right, I get-
taking Con Knipple at 3.
I'm not going. I can't. The Whites aren't that bad.
Con Knipple's is awesome.
I think these.
Right?
I think
He
these
did get
guys-
blocked with the game on the line.
I think these top
He
15
did miss
guys.
a layup with the
I
game
think
on the
the
line.
top 15 is pretty deep. You know what I mean? So that's where
Yeah,
you
me
get.
too.
You know, that's why we got to get something.
Shy
You know what I mean? We
fucked up,
can't
though,
lose
Greg.
that pick. We can't lose that pick.
No,
the
we
biggest,
cannot
the
lose
biggest
that
fuck
pick.
up of that game was
I won't watch
the
next
other
year.
young big
I
man.
won't watch. I
Was,
won't watch
I
if
think
we lose the pick.
Duke was
I'm out.
negative 21
I won't
with
watch another
mouthwash
fucking
on the
NBA
court.
game
Yeah.
ever again. I won't
Minus
watch another
21
NBA
with
game.
mouthwash on the court, plus 15 with
Nobody
Malik
cares
Brown
about
on the
this
court,
guy.
who's a Syracuse transfer and he's a stud. Should have been in the game more.
Let me
I
tell you
kind of hate him
this.
because he transferred from Syracuse, but he is a stud.
Let me tell you
he's a
this. I won't
defensive
turn a
stopper.
game on. I won't turn a game on next year if we don't get this pick.
Well, we
There
should
he
be
is.
top 3.
You heard it here. We don't
Top
get the
3.
pick. No game.
No, we better get the pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No game.
Top 3.
Won't watch another game.
I'll take Trey John. There's like someone said it already, but there's 6 to 8 guys that all have superstar
Sign me
potential.
up. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Derek Queen.
Yeah, he comes with a
There's a whole
translator.
bunch.
Yeah, he has to come with a translator. But you know, you got NBA money.
Yeah, but I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm good on the Queen. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying he's going to be a
Yeah,
lottery
he's
pick. And he's got
talented,
superstar potential.
Yeah,
Oh,
I like
oh.
having a young player here. This is why I never wanted to trade Maxey, because I have a young player that makes me have hope now. Like if I get this pick in the top 3, 5, and I get a player that I'm like, ooh, right
We
now
got
we have
TikTok
hope.
boy too.
I'm not going to go there yet, but I'm just saying, like we
do have TikTok boy.
I know. I was just starting with a guy
I mean, he's a pretty good player.
No, but I understand. But my point is, I'm saying that at least
I'm not sure how good Maxey is.
Okay.
Only because Seaberger has poisoned me with making me think that Maxey's not good.
Well, he thinks Ricky Council's good.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
I agree. I agree with you there.
He
I
thought
agree with you there.
B-ball Paul was a first team all defensive guy.
He used
Yeah.
to see the text.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
mean,
have a
I get
great
from this
track
guy.
record. Sticks.
So-
Not a great track record.
No, like you imagine
Bubble.
being a
He would,
basketball guy.
guess what? He would
Ever
tell
since
you.
he missed the
Twix, he
3
would
and a half
tell you.
field. Hold on. Ever since he missed the 3 in Haddonfield,
he's always right. He would tell you he's always right.
He'll tell you he's always right because he's the best. But ever since he missed the 3 in Haddonfield, he hasn't been the same in terms of evaluating talent and his opinions. That's been a long time. All right, we're talking about a long time since he missed 3. So think about that.
That's like 24 years ago.
Yeah, that's a track record of a lot of misses. You know what I mean? In the basketball world, for being a basketball guy, right? We're thinking you're a hooper. The struggle is real.
He's gonna. You realize that if he hears this, you're gonna get a lot of texts. You're gonna get a lot of texts.
Love to have him because he'll text, but he won't have to. Listen, you can text all you want, but a lot of guys don't have the cojones to come on here. You know what I mean? That's the problem. I would love to have them. Guys get chewed up on here. You know what I mean? Guys turn a light on their computer, they don't know how to act. Right? And then
we'd love to have them.
Yeah, love to have him.
The last time, if you remember, we did invite him. We invited him one time. I believe we were in Burlington at the time.
Yeah.
He came on via call. I think he was drunk. He took like a shot at your sister. He made like ridiculous comments. You're like, what are you talking about, Jay? You're like, never again. You're done.
Could have been canceled 10 years ago. Could have been canceled 10 years ago if we didn't get killed in Burlington. Right? It was either 2 ways. We get killed in Burlington or we get canceled.
Yeah.
Well,
one of the two.
Out. We're the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
Snuck out in the middle of the night.
Yeah, we did. We Art Modelled it.
Art Modell.
Art Modell. Tommy Modell.
Thanks for the closet. You know what I mean? Thanks for the closet up here, guys, because that's what you gave us.
Thanks for the closet with no
internet.
No, thanks for the closet with no internet. The one thing that we were told we would have.
I mean,
the internet for the professional one.
It was like an hour drive.
Yeah. Me and Wilson, we saw Easter bunnies dancing.
Oh, remember that bunny hop?
Yeah, bunny hop. Everybody was dancing.
If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, you can find it online. Or you're probably better off not finding it online. Honestly.
That's how much you like the heroin shuffle. You know what I mean? And
That's
up to you.
That's true.
Some people like to shuffle.
Yeah, some people. Yeah.
Luke, we're doing this, Luke. You know what I mean? Like I think he looks.
Some guys like to take naps at 2 in the afternoon on the street.
He's sure. No, I don't mind Bona. I mean, I think he played well, but like I can't. You know,
people still watching the Sixers? Or not?
No,
yeah, Luke is.
I hope not.
Anyway.
I hope not. Luke, stop it, please. Please stop. For the love of God, stop. They don't even want to play. They don't even want to win games.
I mean,
like
they do. They are. Now that they've committed to tanking, they have done an amazing job at just losing games.
I mean,
amazingly.
If the dance team was naked at halftime, I still wouldn't watch. I mean,
I might watch at halftime, but that's it. I give them this. I will give them a round of applause that whenever they're like, this guy, because I think I said it. I was like, Quentin Grimes.
DVR set.
Quentin Grimes looks a little too hungry out there. Like he's trying to play for another contract. We can't have it. And they're like, I'll have a seat. Sprained ankle, have a seat. Whenever somebody looks a little too hungry, like, nope, have a seat. Get Ricky.
Come over here. We're not looking for 30. Hey. We're not
Ricky's already signed. Get him back in the game.
We're not looking for 30 a night. We're looking for you to give up 30 a night.
That's great. Oh, go get Rick.
Rick's already under contract. We know what he costed.
Him and Sticks are shooting.
The only guys that can play are 23 years old and younger, or Yabusele. That's it. No one else
stinks. I love the play hard guy. Oh, he plays hard because he stinks. Like so, you got to play hard.
Yeah, you got no choice.
He has no choice but to play hard.
Six acts like he's a power forward. You know what I mean? Like the way he talks about him, he's a power forward who can handle. You would think.
Ricky Council?
Yeah. Stinks. I mean, they're like he's another guy. He's a Tony Roden. You know what I mean?
First of all, this team is incredibly awful, Tom, and they still score 120 points a game, and Ricky Council still is scoring less than 10 a game. He is awful. Yeah. Awful. Someone has to score points, and he still can't score.
Nope, can't score. But brings you a lot of energy. The guys who fall in love, like this ain't college. I don't need the energy guy.
Effort and hustle, love it.
Yeah. I need guys who can score.
I love that in junior high.
I need ball players.
I mean, I like that as my 10th guy. You know what I mean?
Sure. Guy off the bench.
Guy off the bench, 7-8 type guy.
Yeah,
he can get 4 minutes a game.
He
can spin a towel with the best of them from the bench.
Sticks will give him a 6 Man of the Year award right now.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? He would just
one of my top
award up at his doorstep.
I can't have
it. He has been poisoning me with that Maxi's not good. He's been poisoning me. Telling me Maxi can't guard anybody. I'm like, and then I'm like, you know what? He might be right. tell me TikTok boy's better. But they're the same player. I'm like, he might be right. I don't know.
Not the same. How are they the same player? They're not even close to being the same player. Like that doesn't even make sense.
That's how I was trying to make that argument. And he was trying to tell me I was wrong.
Idiot. Like if he wants to say he's not good, that's a different conversation. But now you're comparing two opposite type players. And now he's a moron.
TikTok boy's a jump shooter and Maxie's a driver. So no. I said, I think that's right.
One guy paints nails, the other one doesn't. I mean, they're two different guys. You know what I mean?
He doesn't have a clue. I mean, you want to talk about he's so in the dial radio. He's probably listening to some fucking hand job at 11 p.m. at night or the 2 a.m. guy.
Always doing is consistently reloading the thing where it's like they do the random
simulator,
sim the
Tagathon,
draft, you know, Tagathon. That's all he's doing constantly because he was telling me he's like, Sixers are getting number 1 pick like 22% of the time. I'm like, how many times have you ran this thing? He's like, I don't know, 5,000.
I find it hard to make an assessment on Maxey this year because I think the year was just so all over the place in terms of him, right? He was hurt a little bit, and then the dysfunction that was the roster. So there's at times where I had questions, but I had to step back and be like, this isn't the year to make an assessment on Maxey.
Yeah, I mean, I can assess the fact that Joel and Paul George are pieces of shit. But Tyrese, I'm still here with.
Not everybody's a two-way guy. So he might be a turnstile, but the kid's an offensive fucking player. I got news for you. So that's all. I mean, that's all I'm looking. Sure.
And he was great in the playoffs last year.
Nick Nurse. We already discussed him and his defensive. Whatever happened with the defense this year. You know what I mean? So
this is right.
But you can get better at that. You know what I mean? If you just commits to it. But we needed him when Joe's such a fucking pussy and PG's never playing. We need Maxey to score 40 every night when he played, and the guy had no energy for defense. So I don't know if he can play defense because he didn't have enough energy to.
Not to mention, no one played defense all year.
Yeah.
Well, there was one game. There was one game that stands out where they did play defense when there was actually a roster there and they guarded their yard, and that was that Boston game. Yeah, where he played great defense that game. Like he was up in guys, he had a ton of energy. So he's willing to play defense, which I'll take because we always think defense is a 1-2. He's small, but he tries to play defense. It's not like he's going to go out there and be a mutt on that end of the floor. And Sweeps is right. When you have to use all your energy offensively, right? That's where it gets hard to have the energy to play defense. Right, that's where it becomes a little catch-22.
That's usually
There's only like 5 or 6 guys on the planet, or in the history of the NBA, there were such elite, maybe top 10, maybe there was 10, but you could probably count them on 2 hands. The guys that were elite on offense and defense. It's not a huge list.
Yeah, I was gonna say
not a huge list.
100% Sweeps. Because I was gonna say the other thing's true as well, Tom. That like usually when they're a really elite defender, they don't really do much offensively. It usually goes hand in hand. Usually, really good offensive player, don't do much defensively. Really good defensive player, don't do much offensively.
Yeah,
like Sweep said, very rare that you do both extremely well. Very rare.
Mm-hmm. Agreed, buddy. But I would never say that he stinks. And you weren't alluding to that. You were
the Sixers stink.
You were getting brainwashed, but
yes,
I think
Sweeps is trying. He's trying to get me on the Maxey stinks train. I'm not there, but he's made me question.
That's preposterous, and I think Sticks likes to be the villain. I can't imagine that he believes these takes. He likes to be the villain, and that's what I'll tell him next time I see him. You enjoy being the villain.
He likes to hear himself talk too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With a great opinion.
He's
got a great thought that nobody thought about.
Jay politicking.
Yeah. Yeah, we know his
former rapper, future mayor. We know. We know.
Only guy would be late for his own funeral. You know what I mean? Somehow.
True.
We know his truths.
That is true.
That's okay.
Just like I knew before we started that you were taking a shot at me.
You can take it however you want it. You know what I mean?
A shot. I know a shot. Listen, you were on the grassy knoll, okay? I knew what was happening. I was coming down in the limo, waving, and you were on the knoll.
It was more about longevity. It was more about.
There was no magic bullet. I saw the shot.
It was more of a longevity shot.
Back into the right. Yeah, I can see it.
It was more of a longevity shot from the grassy knoll. To your point, like I was there, right? I'm not gonna deny being there, right? I was there,
yeah.
right?
You weren't in the depository. You weren't in the book depository. I know. You were all over the place.
Yeah. That's where he sent Greg to be.
Might have been the front seat. We don't know.
Greg was in the depository being the patsy. He was on the knoll.
No dip. Dip was
No
on the knoll.
No evidence. No evidence.
There's 3 cases of mellow yellow up there in the book depository.
Dry ass chicken. We got some dry ass chicken and mellow yellow. Greg's like,
looks like we have 2 empty boxes of chicken tenders. No sauces in sight. 3 empty mellow yellows. This is a shot open and
know that guy.
Malakovic.
Know that guy.
As soon as I came across the radio, I would have.
We're going to someone sent somebody down to Florida. We're looking for a Malakovic.
Could be at a spring training game.
Could be golfing. Could be at a spring training game. Probably not going to move too fast. I think we can catch him on foot.
You'll be able to catch him.
No backup needed.
No. It's a one-man job. Let's be clear.
Not a flight risk. I mean, might take a flight, but not going to run on you.
Probably on a flight next week. If I was a gambling man,
he's been known to cross the country for no reason whatsoever. So you never know.
True story.
just checking out an airport.
Yeah.
Just likes to touchdown some places. just to get his foot in the ground a little bit.
Keep 2 feet in. You're in.
Greg, you ever been to Utah? Been to the airport? All right.
Yeah, I have been to the airport. Have yet to actually step foot there though.
Greg just loves to see.
Might make a trip this year.
You know what I mean? Greg's just playing with percentages now. You know what I mean? He just wants to see if he can land. He's like, how many flights can I take before something happens?
I hear Sundance is really cool though, Greg.
Sundance,
which is in Utah.
The music festival with your Entourage.
Film festival.
Movies.
I'm watching Entourage. You know what I mean?
Film festival.
Sundance. That's what Vic and Chase.
We got Cisco and Ebert here. You know what I mean?
I know you guys went movie dates.
I have started going back to see a bunch of movies.
Nobody's ever going to forget sharing a tub of popcorn together. You two, right?
You think we don't? You think we didn't each get our own popcorn? Come on.
Yeah, well, you were
Who
sharing.
are you talking to?
Hey, feel free to reach out.
We even got Wilson had to pay for popcorns that came with my free refill.
I knew they had refills. I knew that.
Greg is like
was absolutely reaching out for extra butter. Greg was
let me come around the counter and stick my head in the goddamn fucking container.
Let me just put it this way. I know everyone's giving me a lot of shit about me and Greg going on movie dates. We both didn't have any work during the day, okay? Yep. And Greg had like this platinum fucking AMC pass where they were like, old people would be in line. They'd be like, Mr. Milanovic, get these old people out of the fucking way. And they would just come on up here. Get him 2 popcorn. Stat. Let's go. I'm telling you. I went one time and I was like, I got to go like this every time. I've been going to the movies wrong.
He got a platinum membership. They literally rolled the red carpet for him.
Dude, I'm not lying. There'd be people online and Greg would just be like, we don't stand in that line. We go this way. I'm like, okay. It was incredible. I'm not going to lie. They knew exactly what they wanted. They were like, 2 popcorns, 2 sodas, chicken fingers, no dips. They know. They knew it. They knew it.
We set a car for them.
I set a car.
Go get
They're like, Mr. Malakovic, is your card not working? Oh, don't worry about it.
You're good. We got you this time.
Don't worry about it.
We're so sorry this happened.
We'll throw in 2 extra chicken fingers. But no, seriously though, I mean, Greg, going to the movies with Greg was a different experience than going to the movies. That's all I'm gonna say. It was so good that we went like 5 straight weeks in a row.
We did see a bunch of movies during that time.
I'm not gonna lie. Saw some good films.
We did see some movies.
The racing one with Matt Damon and what's called was great.
Ford vs. Ferrari.
Ford vs. Ferrari. Spectacular film.
Great movie.
That's the best thing you said.
Couple more
just had me. You had me a film.
Spectacular film, yeah.
But listen, I think you saw Rambo there too. I feel like
we did. I did. I know I saw Rambo in theaters.
We saw Rambo.
I went to where Greg was like midday. Like it'd be like midday on like a Wednesday. Where's Greg? I text him.
Movies.
Movies. I'm like, this guy, there's not even that many films to watch. I'll use Wilson's work. Right? There's not even that many films to watch.
We were finding them. We were finding them.
He was hunting for him.
We went to
I
one
love
that
this
was like-
guy's work. It
Actually,
started
one of
becoming. He became Siskel and Ebert because he like really liked this guy's work. Like loved him in this movie.
Say, that dude had to be hurt. Sorry. The fucking Mariners guy.
Robles,
just
I think
got
he broke his
caught.
arm.
I was gonna say, dude, because I'm not trying to be funny. He looks like he
crazy
got
catch.
caught like a goddamn tuna fish. I mean, he jumped in the net and fucking
Crazy
pulled back.
catch. Yeah, right field line.
Jeez,
Crazy.
He broke his
Wow.
arm.
I think they think he may have broke his arm.
Look
Yeah.
like he bent himself in half. Holy shit.
Yeah, well, he got taken off.
Yeah. I saw that.
It was a great catch.
Yeah, it was.
Nah,
Absolutely.
this is why it's the best show in the country. And you've been lucky to be. We've been lucky to treat you well for a while. For a while here. You know what I mean? We've been tickling you for a while, Don. Do you know
What
what
is
I mean?
what's the significance of the name? I wasn't here last week.
Oh,
Don
you
versus
were
Sweeps,
not.
June 19th. What is this?
You were not. Wow.
What
You
is
missed a lot.
happening here?
You missed a lot,
yeah.
babe.
Don loves to play games, so he likes he likes to change his little fucking thing here to be cute. So, when we came on last week, I was telling him the Tigers cost me like $330. Beef brisket, couldn't close the game out against the Dodgers, and then and he kept changing his face, and then he showed brisket and AJ Hinch. And, Don quickly became in the doghouse. We love Don.
We do love Don.
He's our guy.
We love Don.
That's how he feels. That's how he feels.
I actually feel like the Tigers. I like the Tigers. The
I do
Tigers
like
aren't
the
bad.
Tigers. I had a problem with him last
I'm
week.
a Kerry Carpenter
one
guy.
Sunday.
Love,
One Sunday, the guy
love
didn't
Kerry
like him.
Carpenter.
You've showed a pulse today. It's a good thing for my fantasy team.
Who? Kerry Carpenter?
Kerry Carpenter.
He homered the last 2 days in a row.
Yeah, well, but he saved his week, even though I got my ass beat.
Yeah, I mean, I love Kerry Carpenter. You shouldn't play him against lefties, Greg.
So he
It's a weekly start. It's a weekly start. So
But he didn't save the week then.
no, but he saved. He got himself a start next week.
Okay, yeah, but if you got your back door kicked in,
Yeah, I
right,
did.
he sure as hell didn't save your week for it.
It's for pitching snafus. Bryce
That'll
Miller
happen.
sucks. Roki Sasaki sucks.
Well,
Corey Seager sucks.
your
All right, well,
issue
we went
was
off
there.
the rails before we even answered it. But who wins tomorrow night?
I'm hoping Florida.
I'm giving Houston. I'm taking Kelvin and Houston.
If they're ever going to win, it's got to be this year naturally because they're not a team that's going to be back here often. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're senior heavy. Bunch of 22-year-olds. Give me Houston.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
I like LJ Cryer a lot.
Let me go with Will. So let's split the deck here. All right.
I'm going Florida because Florida's the only chance I have to win any money.
Two, right? 1.5,
Real quick.
2.
Real
Florida
quick.
-2.
Yeah, it was -1. I saw 1.5.
Okay, yeah. So it's tight.
Yeah, it's tight. How about this? I just saw that. I had to pause it. Holy shit. Giants have had since it's pretty much 19 years. They've had a new left fielder for 19 straight years.
Since Bonds.
Bonds was 07, Dave Roberts 08, Fred Lewis, Mark DeRosa, Pat Burrell, Huff, Andres Torres, Michael Morse,
Michael Morse. What a fucking turd.
Aoki, Angel Pagan, Jared Parker, Hunter Pence, Connor Joe, Alex Dickerson, Austin Slater, Jock Peterson, Blake Sable, Michael Conforto, and this year, Helio Ramos.
Wow.
It's wild, bro.
That is wild. Alex Dickerson had a monster game that year and won me a ton of money. I love that guy.
A guy doesn't even run it back for 2 years. They can't even have a guy for 2 years.
Well, Helio was there
Maybe
last year,
they're-
but he was playing center.
He didn't play
Yeah.
left.
So
Yeah.
now that Hung Ju Lee is back healthy, he's in
I was
center.
gonna say there was a couple guys like Pence played there multiple years, but only played left 1 year, so they kind of
Yeah.
get around it. But still, that is wild.
That's still insane, though.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
At some
crazy.
point, you gotta hope for some stability,
I'll
right?
tell you what, they started great. Are they 8-1?
Yeah.
Giants have
You know
started
who
great.
started great? Logan O'Hoppe.
Oh, Hops, yeah, 5 homers.
O'Hoppe started great. 5 dingers. That's fun.
I got him in fantasy.
All right, Crumbs.
I'm going to start off with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pittsburgh Pirates are my crumb. They in the right field on the right field wall. They had a plaque or a postage for Roberto Clemente on their outfield wall, and they took it down this year for a Surfside alcohol ad. And naturally, everybody's up in arms. The Clemente family's up in arms. And the owner of the Pirates came out and said it was an oversight that should have never happened, and it's on him. So they're going to put the decal back up on the wall. But I mean, it just goes to show how pathetic the Pittsburgh Pirates are as an organization. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't have put the ad underneath it, right? Like it's one of the names that is synonymous with your franchise.
Yeah, he is the Pirates.
Yeah, he is it, right? Everyone thinks of him when they think of the Pirates.
Yeah. Bonds, Leland, Roberto Clemente, absolutely.
Yeah. So they are definitely my crumb of the week.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, I'll piggyback onto that with. I mean, I know they have a ton of Clemente stuff around the ballpark. I don't know. I get it that people like the family's upset, but I don't really care about that. But they're crumbs strictly because you look at that team, you're like, oh, they got some good, exciting young arms, and they just didn't spend any money.
Yep.
They spent no money in the offseason. I'm pretty sure they haven't signed a player because I think they signed 4 one-year deals this year. Yep. McCutchen 1-year deal. Couple guys 1-year deal. Anyway, they haven't signed a player to a multi-year deal as a free agent since 2016. Wow. That's fucking amazing. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. And they get crumbed for that reason and that reason only.
And when you had the team and the pitching staff that you did, now you probably didn't realize that
Jared Jones was
going to be hurt, right? But you have Mitch Keller, and of course you have Paul Skeens. And you don't build around that?
You got 2 young studs, too, that aren't up yet that people love.
Yeah.
The one's got a really weird name.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of it. But, yeah, no, I mean, that's another add-on to that crumb.
Obviously, people love him, too.
Yeah. Hopefully he comes back this year.
Very, very strange that they spent no money in the offseason at all.
Yeah.
Scumbag move. It's just he's trying to maximize profits and doesn't care about the play on the field. Scumbag move.
Yeah. It was a scumbag move.
Yeah, for me, it's the SEC baseball, and then Kentucky in the same game. So apparently, the SEC baseball has can't start an inning after 4:30 on getaway day. So Sunday is a travel day. Can't start an inning after 4:30. Mind-boggling to me. Start the game at 10 or 11. I don't know what time the games start. Kentucky's winning 10-5. And then it's stall time. So there's like a couple minutes left. There's
travel baseball
it's
time.
Like, it's 4:25. They're going. Players are going to the mound. Pitching coach goes to the mound. Just pussy baseball. We teach our kids all the time. To Craig's point, besides travel baseball, there is no clock in baseball. You got to get 27 outs. You got to get 21 outs. And I understand Kentucky found a loophole, and they want to win a baseball game. All right, you're up 10-5. It's a coward move. I think it's Bush League. And A&M was pissed, and the manager was wolfing at him. And I wish he would have charged the dugout and kicked the shit out of him because there's a bad taste in my mouth. You want to lose? Yeah. I mean, and then there's a side will say, well, you got to win games. You know what I mean? It's all about winning. You know what I mean? So you can do it both. You can do both. Dude. You know what I mean? Like, get 3 outs in the 9th inning and win a game. Stop. If that inning was long by itself, if the inning ended, you didn't make the rule, but it's the SEC conference rule. But if the inning was long and there was no stalling, hey, then we shake hands and that's life. We didn't make the rule. All right, but the stall as a major college baseball program is embarrassing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I didn't even know that was a rule. And that's absolutely embarrassing.
You should drive off the closest bridge if you're stalling.
That means you have no confidence in your team. That's all I take that as.
At any level where there's a time limit. Yeah, at any level where there's like an air quote time limit and you stall, you should be punched square in the neck.
I agree.
You have no right. You have no right coaching. It's ridiculous. Because even in travel ball, I say, how many outs we got to get today, guys? only
Yeah,
one of them.
it's
Let's
a
go
sham.
get it.
That's like
Right? You know what I mean?
You don't
Like
get
I say it in
confidence
that
your
because
kids.
you want to teach the kids for high school. Like I'm not just teaching the kids just in a travel oriented world because that's not the real world you play in. Like when you go to college, you're playing 9 innings, right? Like this is how it works. Like you're playing college, you're playing 7 or high school, you're playing 7 innings. So you want to teach it. You want to teach the same goddamn thing. You don't want to teach like, oh, let me run out to the mound and stall this game. Like if you lose, you fucking lose, dude. Like who gives a shit?
Not to mention you got a 5-run lead.
Yeah, exactly.
How much of a pussy are you?
Yeah.
And you probably got a guy in the pen that throws 95. So even more of a puss.
Yep.
Even more of a puss.
Yeah, that's
ball.
embarrassing. I didn't even know that. That's a crazy rule. And then the stall tactics are absolutely embarrassing.
Yeah.
True.
No time for it.
Yep.
No time for it. But I don't think I have a crumb this week. You know what I mean? I'm just crumbless. Like it, you know. I mean, besides like
I got one.
We'll take one. We'll go in your place. I'll let Wills go, but I'm just going to congratulate Gino. You know how I feel about him sometimes, but 12 championships is unreal. The guy's amazing. You know, the guy is unbelievable what he's done there, and obviously Ovechkin. Congratulations.
Ovi.
I mean, when I think of hockey, I think Gretzky. So I told you guys that. So kudos to him. I don't begrudge anybody. Records are made to be broken. You know, I feel Gretzky should have them all, but you know that's neither here nor there. But also, you know, Ovechkin's always been a classy stand-up dude and an absolute superstar. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, goal scorer genius.
Beers are getting crushed tonight.
When you do the math, it's like more than 60 goals, 60, 70 goals a year. I mean, like it's no joke, as you guys know. I mean, it's not like he's played 40 years and he scored 20 goals a year.
Yeah, he played. He did it the same amount of games as
Same amount
of games.
Yeah.
And what's even more incredible is 42 goals at 39 years old, or 39 at 42, whatever it is.
No,
The insane amount of goals.
You're right. 42 goals
at 39, right?
That's insane.
Yeah,
Insane.
that's the insane part.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mine's Roki Sasaki for fucking crying his eyes out last week because I wasn't on. But I'm sorry, you can't be crying your eyes out. I'm sorry. I don't care. You walk 7 guys. I don't care. We're not crying. Stop the crying. If I was, they're lucky I'm not the manager because I would have had to talk to his fucking interpreter, but I'd have had some words.
They probably hugged them.
Yeah, we can't be crying our eyes out. All right, that's why I'm out on the Dodgers. They're not going to win at all. Can't have these motherfuckers crying, and none of them have thrown over 140 innings in a season. So I'm out.
A lot of blue there today. Really little.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
It's really sickening. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
It's the front runner nation. I mean, I know Otani's but it's just a lot of blue there, and then then you see some
booing them like you said though. Everybody was there to see him. So what are we booing him for?
Fucking boo him.
That was terrible to me.
Greg's an Otani lover.
No. I just appreciate it, right? If I'm going to the game, I'm not going to boot a guy.
And
I had 125,000 people through the stadium this weekend, all for him.
Saw some other jerseys with no relevance. That's crumb worthy, but I think you guys.
Those are fun ones. What was the most fun?
You guys have touched on that before. Just I saw a Red Sox Devers jersey.
Oh,
just hanging out.
I mean, like Trout's from Millville, but an Angels jersey.
It might have been Devers because he hasn't hit anything.
He hit a home run today.
There you go.
Flag. I saw a Blue Jays flag.
Oh, that might be. Oh, I like that name.
I never.
We talked about it on Wednesday, Tommy. I'm gearing up for that. I'm in on that. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? But
yeah,
Tommy used to be Tommy's biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, I remember it was
you go to like a Phillies Braves game and there's a dude wearing a Mets jersey there. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Where's you?
I'm a Mets fan. No one said you got to wear a fucking sports jersey to go to the game. Just wear a regular shirt then.
Yeah. I've gone to other stadiums. With the Phillies not playing and just wore whatever.
Yeah, whatever we want. I'm not wearing a Phillies jersey. Like what? Makes no sense. You look like an idiot.
Yeah, they
so that stupid Marlins guy. You're like, Marlins man wears everywhere. He's got $1 billion, so he kind of gets a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and we still think he's a douche.
But he's still an idiot.
Yeah, he's still a douche.
Yeah, and he's getting on TV.
Yeah, I'll just say like simply, they're not playing. I'll just say simply the
Yeah.
guys like, wait, they're not playing today.
Yeah,
You
Right.
you don't want to go watch them play. You want to come here. Yeah, okay.
exactly.
Again,
I just
you
don't get it.
You don't have to wear.
I don't like the Eagles jerseys at Phillies games. But
Oh,
I'll
that's
take
another-
that. I'll
yeah.
take that over like a Mets jersey when
Well,
the Mets aren't playing. That's
I
crazy.
didn't
to
see
me.
any of
Any
that.
sporting event, unless you're double dipping that day, unless you're going like Eagles, Phillies, and you
Yeah.
didn't bring another jersey, okay. But if one team's playing, get a T-shirt, babe. T-shirts are
Do
cheap.
something. They sell them at the stadium. In
You
case
can
you
get
didn't
them right
know.
up front. Right up front.
Yeah, or go buy it for the cheap guy out front.
All right,
It
look
might
at
not
us.
be as cheap anymore.
Yeah, seriously, and we'll get off before 12 here. Look at us.
It is
So,
preposterous, though. I mean, like we always say, like, hey, sign everybody because it ain't our money, and you're 100% right. I mean, I was just doing some Forrest Gump math today because Wilson had alluded to it before when he was at a game, but like it is insane. Like those, like Arnold Palmer's, all the exotic stuff's like $18
Yep,
a pop.
$18.
So you get one of them, it's 18. Miller Lite's 14. Just anything. So I was just I was doing my Forrest Gump stuff, and I'm like, and I know it doesn't happen for everybody. A lot of them are children. But if let's say if there was 43,000 people there today, and everybody spent $100, it's 4.3 million. 4.3 million. So let's just take that down to 3.5 million because half of them are kids. Whatever. 3.5 million times 82 is like $280 million just in home games. Oh my God!
good time.
Yeah,
and yet they can't do Dollar Dog Night anymore.
Seriously, knock it off. I agree.
Yeah, another crumb. Another crumb. All right, boys. Great show.
Absolutely.
See you guys.
Giddy up.
See you guys next Sunday. It's agree to disagree. ATV Radio. Go Phils.
Go Phil.
Home field.